Hey, everybody. This is Tony Whistler. I want to welcome you guys to Drive Facebook Live. We have a very special show today. This is where I would normally introduce my wonderful co-host, but I can't decide who to pick. So
We're all co-hosts.
Yes.
this is this is the
Good
this is
answer.
the host show, and I want to introduce everyone. I want to introduce Dan Vasquez. He is a fabulous client of ours. He runs a great shop up in Northern California, and he guest hosts the show on occasion. And we have Bill Escalillo, who is a fabulous consultant for Drive and has worked in the industry for years. And he is also a guest host for the show. And we have Karla Weiss, who is an amazing consultant for Drive and also is a guest host for Drive Facebook Live. So today's show is the host show. We are, and really, they're not really guests, they're co hosts. And I am also a co host for the show. And there will be times when you'll see me, and there'll be times when you see somebody else. So, what I want to start with, guys, because I love all you guys. Y'all, you make the show so great. And you've all been there already, so some of you guys have already seen all of us. So what I'd like to start with is Dan, could you just let everybody know kind of who you are, where you're at, where your shop is, also, and tell us a little bit about the journey from being a shop owner to becoming like working for Drive as an instructor here at Drive, and also now being a host for the show. Fire away, my friend.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Tony. I'll try to live up to your introduction here. So,
There's a
so
lot
I,
of pressure with Tony.
yeah, I know. So I've been with Drive for I think going on about 4 years now, and I started out. I should say I have a European specialty shop in Northern California, and when I started, I think I had three techs and one service advisor. And 4 years later, now I have five techs and two service advisors, and I've become a stage four shop. So the shop basically runs itself with very little interaction from myself, thanks to my wonderful coach Karla, who's right there, with a lot of her help and a lot of help from Drive. And so, I started out not in a bad place with my shop. We were doing fine. We were making some profit. I was working pretty hard, I'll tell you that, working some long hours. And I decided to join Drive as a client just to see, where I could go, because I didn't really know where I was going or how to get there. And so, with the help of Drive, like I talked about, I was able to take my business to the next level. Um,
Nice.
yeah, yeah. And then had a conversation with Tony last year about doing some instructing, and I thought, well, that's interesting. And Tony made me an offer I couldn't refuse, which was which was I'll take whatever I can get. If you can do one a year, I'll take it. If you can do one a month, I'll take it. And
Yep.
so I thought, okay, that works, because I was kind of new to be in stage four, and was being careful about guarding my time a little bit. But wow, what a reward, and how rewarding that has become, just interacting with other shop owners, some of you guys out there listening. I mean, it's just been phenomenal, and it's made me a better person as well. It really has. So, and then yeah, and then Carolyn reached out to me about doing some occasional co-hosting on this Facebook Live show, and that's just been a blast. I'm having a lot of fun doing that. So yeah, thanks, Tony. Thanks for the intro, and yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Pretty exciting.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Dan, for we have a term for that as well. We call that stage six. And that's when you get to the point where your shop is doing so well that you want to start contributing and you want to start helping others and you want to start helping the industry. And I would say that you are in a full stage six now. And I'm so happy to have you on the team. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
And
Let's
so you guys know his speech for Master Elite is posted the link to the speech is posted so that you guys can watch it and hear the amazing speech. And
Yep.
Adam Jadowitz is watching. Hi,
Very nice.
Adam.
Hey,
Hey, Adam.
Adam. I love Adam. He's got a great shop in
Elsinore.
Lake Elsinore,
Yeah.
which I did live very close to that shop briefly. So I feel like I'm his neighbor. I was his neighbor for about a year over in Gavilan Hills. Anyway, over to you, Bill, because your journey, I don't really know your journey that well. So tell us about like your life, the blood, sweat, and tears, and then all the way up through the journey that got you to be with Drive.
That's going to be a long time. That's more than
That's
half
gonna
an
be a
hour.
long time, yeah. No, I'm that quintessential technician that's been doing it his whole life. So it's been in my family, obviously, my entire life. I started out dealerships immediately out of high school. So I spent about almost 30 years on the floor as a flat rate technician. And then after that, I got into management, went through the normal progression, service advisor, service manager, service director, parts and service director, all that sort of thing. And then, it was really nice doing all that. And I was very lucky to be able to do it. Then I noticed that it was just becoming the same rinse and repeat, and it wasn't as satisfying anymore. And then when I learned about Drive, because Drive's not normally in the dealership circles, when I learned about Drive, I said, that would be a better fit because I'm kind of doing that all day long, anyways, with my advisors, with my technicians. And it just became a natural progression. And then I end up talking to Jeff and David, and here I am. And then, kind of like what Dan said, one day I'm in between a couple of meetings with some clients. I look down and I see a ping from Caroline. She's like, "Hey, would you be interested in doing Drive Facebook Live?" And because I had been on with one person with Forgotten Automotive
Hmm.
when we had them on. And I was like, yeah, that sounds interesting. Kind of like what Dan said, like, it sounds interesting. So yeah, that's how I got here. The one thing I will notice, I hate to point out in the middle of something live, but I think Karla's name is wrong because that should say greatest of all time. It should say GOAT right there because that's the woman right there. If anybody knows what she's doing, that's her right there.
Yep, exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
it,
you're
she's
going to make
awesome.
me flush.
That's the point.
well, that's great, man. Thank you, Bill. And yeah, it was definitely we had a conversation right away after we had you on the show, and we thought, yeah, this guy could really be really great host. So
Thank you. It's been a blast. Like kind of like what Dan said, it's been a blast. And a lot of people get nervous coming on this, but I just tell people it's conversational. It's just however kind of like what you said, you're just hanging out, having a cup of coffee or something, talking about, all the items and all that. It's easy. It's a blast.
yeah,
So
it's just fun. And that's how it's
yeah.
supposed to be. And we want it to be informative too, but we also want people to have a good time, and especially when they're on the show. It's always about less stress, more fun. So yeah,
Yes.
so thank you, Bill, for being with us. I'm glad you made it into our orbit. Now, last but certainly not least, is Karla. And Karla, I just got to say, they've already said a lot of things, but you can't say enough. So
Oh,
tell us a little
uh-oh.
bit, because Karla has the longest journey of any of us, by the way. So that's why I left her for last, because I
What
want
are
to I
you
want to hear.
saying? You're calling me old?
No, I'm not calling you old. See, I knew you were going to go there. I knew
Now,
you were
what
going to
are
go
you
there.
saying, Tony?
She started work at Drive when she was 9. I know that for a fact. She started when she was 9. No, no, of course it's not about your age. It's about your
Child labor laws were a little
experience.
different back then.
Okay, now it sounds like you're saying she's old. Like, yeah, the Middle Ages, they were like, they didn't have those child
Yeah,
labor
it
laws.
was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
road
anybody could
the
do
road
anything.
was
Like,
dirt and I had to
Not
walk twice twice
the
uphill to get to
uphill.
work.
yeah.
Exactly. It was brutal back then.
It
No,
was
of course
brutal.
it's not about your age. Tell us a little bit about your journey to Drive and what you've been doing with Drive for a very short amount of time, because you've only been here a little short amount of time.
Yeah, a couple days. First of all, Mark Graham is Granimus. from Mobile. Mark is watching. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey,
We love
Mark.
Mark.
So,
We love Mark.
I wanted to be a consultant, and that's how I came into Drive. I really like the job of a consultant and helping people and, figuring out with them what's going on and help them. And it definitely, for me, it's a big satisfaction seeing when somebody gets a win and accomplishes their goals, and now they can do something they couldn't do or overcome a barrier they couldn't overcome before, and see the numbers going up, and that's like really satisfying to me. I've done a lot of functions. I've been around for a while, so I used to do conventions. I used to run the consultants. I don't even remember. Right now, I'm doing the top 20. I manage the top 20 and coordinate that whole event twice a year. And of course, it's consulting, which is really what I love to do. I remember one time Jeff was like, "How come you just don't want to be a manager?" I'm like, "I don't want to."
Yeah.
I want to be
Yeah.
a consultant. I want to be a coach. That's what I like to do.
Yep. Yeah.
And
There's,
that's
that's wonderful.
and I
So
don't know
tell us a
how I
little bit
got
about.
here. I started hosting. I don't know. All of a sudden, I was hosting. I don't know how it
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
I don't remember.
There's
Well,
some
we
magic in Drive we don't understand, and it's like
Yeah,
gravity. We
it
just
just
don't
all of a
fully
sudden
understand
I
it.
was like, here.
All of a
all the
sudden, where is here? Like,
It's
all the
like, oh, I
best
better
gravitate
talk.
here. All the best gravitate here. No, let me tell you, the thing that is very noticeable that when from my experience with Drive is that we used to have coaches uh, instruct workshops sometimes too. It was like their side gig, and I got to tell you, she is a phenomenal instructor, and she's a great public speaker. And so these are all things that we look for when we're looking for someone who can be on the show because they're very good communicators and they can speak with our clients very easily. And so we love having you, and we knew you'd be great, and you are.
Thank you.
Now,
I,
now,
I did teach. I forgot about that.
you did. You were great. You were really great. And back in the day. Now, would it be impolite for me to ask you what year you started with Drive? How long you've been with us?
I started in November of 1999,
There it is.
and
Nice.
I took a vacation for about a year and a couple months, and then I came back in
Yep.
2011. So
and again, she doesn't even know how she came back again. She just showed up here
I
again.
just show
Yep.
up.
Yep. So
Actually, they
anyway,
convinced me to come back, so I
yeah,
had to come back. No,
right.
I love to come back because I really loved, and I love the kind of public that we deal with because,
Yeah,
um, you know, auto repair shops are real. It's just, they're great people. They're
yeah,
sincere, they're
Yeah.
authentic, and sometimes they can be difficult, but in general, they do what they do, and they
Yeah.
say what they
yeah,
do.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the expo. All of you guys we're going to be pretty tightly connected this year. One of the things that always is great that Karla does, because she mentioned the top 20, and for you guys who are not that familiar with it, I'll let her explain a little bit about it. But also, you guys always do something really cool at the expo for your top 20 guys. You usually have a luncheon or something.
Yeah,
So
we do. We
yeah,
do.
so fire away on that and let everyone know what that's about.
So top 20, and a lot of people go, it's only top 20 shops. Actually, it's a little bit over 20 shops, but it really stands for totally operational shops, right?
Right.
Um, and it's basically all the clients that want to get to that point of being totally operational. They don't necessarily are operational, but they work together and help each other accomplish that goal.
Cool.
And the lunch is it's a good way to meet in person and you know, go over things that everybody's dealing with and set goals and set the next target.
Yeah. And so you're going to do a luncheon there at the expo? Is that what's happening?
Yes, and it's by invitation only. Sorry. Only
Right.
only by invitation.
So we want to make sure everyone knows that they can stand out in front of the door that will be closed during that luncheon.
Yes. And get a glass and put it against the door, and then you can hear everything being said.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, one of the things that you'd mentioned earlier was that we put into the chat that Dan's acceptance speech. At the expo, we have an awards dinner. Every time we do it, it's tradition that goes back years and years. And the master and the certification program is really great. And you can see that video, like she was saying. I have to say that was part of what I think made me decide to reach out to Dan after hearing him speak and everything he had to say during that particular speech made me think he would be a great instructor. Talk a little bit, Dan, about that experience for shops who are going for that. And we have different certifications. We have effective, manager professional, and then we also have masters, master elite sustained. And tell us about that journey and how it affected the way, like what was happening with you going to the expos.
Yeah,
Carissa's
absolutely.
watching you, by the way.
I know I was going to say before that, I have a very special guest watching, my wife. So, hi, Teresa.
Very nice.
Hi,
Don't, whatever you do,
Carissa.
whatever you do, Dan, don't embarrass her.
I will. Yeah, too late. Too late.
Yeah, too late, exactly.
um, but yeah, so on a serious note, with the expo and with the speeches, I mean these awards. I mean, they're really not awards that are given. They're awards that are earned by the successful actions that you're taking. And I took it pretty seriously because it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to become a master workshop, and it certainly wasn't easy to become an elite master workshop. And the cool thing about it is that you don't even realize it, but while you're taking these steps to meet these different positions, to gain these awards, what you're gaining in your shop is kind of happening in the background. And as I worked my way towards master and master elite, one day I kind of looked and realized like, wow, I'm at stage 4, and I don't even realize how I got here because I was just, had my head down doing the work, and Karla, of course, cracking the whip on the other side. Thank you. um, but yeah, I mean, it's really neat, and then to get up there and give a speech and talk about, all the hard work you've been doing, is another just a great opportunity, and it's wonderful listening to the other people who have done it and kind of hearing about their journeys as well. And it'll be nice this year, from the other perspective. I'm not receiving any awards this year, so I just get to watch the others who are receiving theirs and cheer them on, and so that's exciting.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, the other thing that's going to be happening at the expo is we're going to be having 3 presentations at the expo. One of them is a presentation on QuickBooks that Chris Probst is going to be delivering. One is a presentation on leadership that Deanna Cole will be delivering, and then there's going to be one on a paperless shop that Dan will be delivering. So you're going to want to see those presentations. They are going to be really great. And so that's what Dan's going to be doing. So he won't be getting an award, but he will be delivering a wonderful presentation during the expo. And then also, if you want to see the full schedule for the expo, it is on the expo site, which you can get to from driveshops.com, and then you can go to info and you can go to schedule. So you go to driveshops.com, go to the expo tab, go to the info tab, and then you can look at the schedule tab and you can see the whole schedule. So that's there. And now, Bill, what are you going to be doing at the expo this year?
Well, actually, you and I will be doing a Facebook Live from the expo, so that's going to be fun. We started talking about that a little while ago, and also I will be doing a presentation on Saturday on grow your technicians and keep your team. So I'm going
Oh,
to do
beautiful.
something for an hour with the guest on stage and go over some of the pitfalls that you're trying to avoid, a good way to build up your technicians, to get them more efficient, get them better at their job. And of course, that helps to keep them engaged in your shop. Because one of the easiest defect points for the technician is because they're not learning anything at a shop and they say, well, I'll get more out of working at a different shop. And so we're going to go over those kinds of points and, like I said, try to avoid some pitfalls and help owners really start to focus on that a little bit more. It's easy, like Dan will probably, agree to this. It's easy to just focus on pushing technicians for efficiency, but part of that efficiency is because they're good at their job. And if they
Yeah.
don't grow, your shop just doesn't get better. And your shop's only as good as your strongest tech. There's no other real way to say it. So, you
Yep.
need to get a couple of heavy hitters and you really need to grow them. So.
Yeah, and that will be at 10 from 10:30 till 11:30 a.m. on Saturday. It's called Grow Your Techs and Keep Your Team. That'll be
Correct.
with you, Bill. So
Yes,
Karla,
And
sir.
what's
wonderful Caroline put a shortcut to the schedule in the chat, so you guys can go.
that is that is beautiful. And then
Good idea.
what are you going to be doing that weekend, Karla?
I'm gonna be partying.
That's
There's the
right.
awards dinner, there is the theme party. I mean, and then I'm gonna getting together with all my clients. I mean, there's lots of partying around.
Right. Exactly. There's it's always fun because it's hard to get things done if you're not having fun. And I
Lots of
didn't
hugs.
and I didn't mean to make a rhyme there, but it is true. And then, of course, the theme party will be disco to digital is the
Yeah.
theme. And I know a lot of our clients like to cosplay.
Yeah, really.
So we have a lot of exactly. You got to learn the John Travolta moves. So
Yes. Have some
yeah,
real big lapels.
that's
Real
right.
big lapels.
And a leisure suit. So that's the
Yeah.
key. So yes, of
Polyester.
course. Yeah.
Did they even sell polyester yet? Still?
Well, I have a polyester shirt. I it seems scary that I admitted to that live on a live show, but I do have one. I do have one. It's funny because I used to have a shirt that I had that polyester shirt because they're easy to carry when you're on the road, when you're working on the road. So they don't wrinkle
Yeah.
and anyway. All right. So I think we're at a point now where we might have a little commercial break. Dan, you wanna do our commercial break first today?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So in case you guys didn't catch the vibe, we have an expo coming up.
Really?
If you didn't hear, it's next month already. Today is the 1st of August, so it's next month, September 18th through 20th at the Westgate Casino in Las Vegas. And Carla's already got her dance moves going, so I'm excited. I'm sure you guys are excited. So if you haven't made your hotel and travel arrangements yet, I'm hoping that you have. But if not, there's still time. There's still time. Let's get it done. It's going to be a good time. And then next week, next Friday, August the 8th, we're going to have Kevin Reichelt from
And
Stellar's
he's
Garage.
watching. He's
And he's
He's
watching.
watching. Hey,
watching and he
Kevin.
wants to know where
Hey,
the
Kev.
buffet is.
Yeah. 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 Kevin's a great guy
We
and a
don't know
great
where the
friend.
hot dog buffet is, though.
Right. Yeah.
Kevin is such a foodie. The guy is such a foodie.
We keep interrupting Dan. Go
Yes.
ahead, Dan.
Okay,
That's
Dan,
okay.
go.
That's okay.
Sorry.
So Kevin's going to be on. He is a Sustained Master Elite shop management recipient and a great guy. Tons of knowledge, years and years of knowledge, and so you're going to want to tune into that show and see him. And then again, one last time, Expo. You got to go. It's going to be a blast. Back to you, Tony.
If
Go
I
ahead,
can
Bill.
mention real quick too, I believe the price changes for the rooms approximately August 16th or so. So guys, if you're definitely considering getting to the expo, you want to make sure you put those reservations in now, secure that pricing that the best pricing that you can get. Going to be real important, So I believe we got about 2-3 more weeks of the pricing and then it changes. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
do
it's
it
definitely
now.
want to get in.
yeah,
Yeah.
August 16, yeah.
Hmm.
Now, does Kevin want to know where the buffet is for the show or for the actual expo? Was it like, or where the open bar was for the Drive Facebook Live? Is that what he wanted to know?
Well, he's in the green room for the Facebook Live, so he's probably eating all our food right now, and we're not gonna have anything
That's right.
left,
He's
right?
somebody gave him a backstage pass. Who did that?
Yeah, yeah, he got
Was
a
that
key
you, Bill?
somehow. It was not me. Well, he did say he was important. He needed to borrow my key, so it could have been me.
That's what it was. Exactly what it was. Jim Krell is
Hi,
watching everybody.
Jim.
Hey
Hey,
Jim, we love you,
Jim.
buddy.
Hey, Jeff.
Thank you so much for the support. Okay. So what else do we want to talk about? We've got a few more minutes.
You
Yeah,
know,
time's flying
actually,
by.
I'll admit concern that I've never been to the expo. I'd love to hear a little bit more about how the progression goes during the day. You know, especially for people like me that's in the audience listening right now who have never been to one, what they can truly expect once they get there and, you know, how things kind of fall in line, if you will, and all that sort of thing. That'd be great to hear for somebody who's considering going to the expo and not knowing what to expect.
I could help a little bit with that. And we'll let Carla chime in too. Dan's been to enough of them. He could do it too. But generally, the thing this year it's going Thursday through Saturday. But we like to have a little get together on Wednesday the night before. So whatever the night before is, because people travel on the day before. So we like to just get together, have a few drinks, have a little bite to eat in one of the lounges, really that's probably inside the hotel. And we'll get together and just everyone will say hi to everybody. Cause I gotta tell you, a lot of people, it's very exciting because you just traveled in, you just got there, you haven't seen some of these people for years or a year, like since the last expo. And it's very exciting. And that is one of my favorite things to do is that little get together we have, that little mixture we have the night before on Wednesday. So that's how it starts. But then what happens is on Thursday we're going to open up around a registration will start at 8 and it'll go the whole day. And then we'll have there will be welcome to the expo where we get everybody together and there's a keynote speaker or a keynote topic and then and and that Jim Saley will host that. And then it moves into different breakout rooms and such throughout the day where we get more knowledge and get to meet more people and see more people. And then we also build into the schedule a schedule throughout the day, times for you to get with people that you might have met during one of these get-togethers where you could have do a little bit of networking. And
Nice.
that's Thursday. That's Wednesday and Thursday. Does anybody want to take Friday?
I think we're
Yeah,
gonna have workshops, right?
Yep, yep,
And
absolutely.
and we're having workshops on Thursday too, right?
Yes, we are.
We have
Yes, we are.
workshops and we have the famous round tables, which not round tables, but
Yeah, no,
the networks by groups. So you can go to networks by if you want to talk about body shops or trucks or heavy duty or general repair. So you can, thing you can network about that stuff. But on Saturday morning, we're gonna have the famous panel with all the masters. They just got their masters, master elite, and you can ask any questions you want. And that's like everybody's invited, and you can ask as many questions of anybody in there that you want to ask about. And that's a lot of fun. It's a lot of data, very
yep.
interesting. And then we have more workshops. And oh, we missed the award dinner. The award dinner
We
is Friday.
yep.
Yeah, the awards are this Friday. We talked about that, and it'll be
And
on
the
Friday
awards
night.
is basically we eat. And then we
We
eat some more.
That's right.
And then the awards get presented. And then we had the wonderful speeches about the story, where people started and where they are at and what they've got accomplished. And s- bring your tissues because there's always tear jerkers on those
Yep.
ones.
Oh boy, it's so
Definitely, there's
I'm
some
wonderful.
usually
tear
crying. Yeah.
It's
jerkers. Yeah.
so inspiring. And then Jonathan Turner is watching everybody. So say
Hi,
hi to Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Hey, Jonathan.
So yeah, and then they are roundtables this time, and they're basically each roundtable is going to happen at 3:30 on no from four. Yeah, I think it's 4 to 5 um, on Friday. Uh, each of the verticals, there will be a collision roundtable and a general repair roundtable and a truck and tow roundtable. So that'll be, so you can talk with other guys of your like-minded shops, like the type of shops you have. So that'll be really good.
Yeah.
And then of course, Saturday is the party, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Saturday night is
Disco to
it.
digital.
Yeah,
Let's
disco
go
to
to
digital.
Heck no.
Yeah,
You know
Gonna
what? You
get
know what
some
about
platform
Expo?
shoes. It'll be nice, you know?
From the
Gotta
shop
get, I've
owner.
got my, all 8 of my gold chains being cleaned for
Oh,
the
good.
expo.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be ready to
that's right.
go.
So you wear the pink leisure suit with a lot of gold
That's right.
chains. One has a spoon on it, and then you wear a big hat, a big panda
Yep.
head, so that it
I,
fits in with
I,
digital.
I'd
Gotta
like
make
Kind
to
sure
of.
there's
see
a lot
that.
of hamburger meat hanging out, you know, so you can, it's all caught in the chains.
I
Yep.
like to I like to see the look of the people at the airport when
Yeah, right.
luggage.
Yep.
Walking
Yep.
around like you're a big deal.
Well, guys, you're not going to believe it, but we're actually up against it. We actually are at the end of the show. Does anybody have anything else they want to add?
I have one thing. As we were going through it as a shop owner, I was thinking like, what's the best part of Expo? Like, what's my favorite? Like the networking is so good, but then I'm like, but the workshops are so good. But then like the master award ceremony is so good. So like it's awesome. The whole thing's awesome. And I'm excited about it.
Tough to choose.
And so it really is. There's no favorite. I mean, everything's so good. It's gonna be a great time. I can't wait. So that's all I have to say.
Awesome. All right. Well, guys, I guess that brings us to the end. Until next Friday, have a great week, make a lot of money, and have a great time. And we're out, I guess. See you guys.
Right.
Thanks, everyone.
See you guys.